Hello, my stamping friends. This is Renee Novak at blessedbycards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I'm coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Today I'm here on Wednesday to share with you a weekly Wednesday. This is part 2 of our masking technique series, and I wanted to share with you this card that I did. Well, it's actually just the card front. And this is using that first technique that I taught you or told you about in the first video, where you actually stamp the first thing you want in the forefront, which is the boy, cut out a mask for that, and then stamp all the surrounding things. And then I just use the blends to use the blends with some colors to make that scene, and I use just paper masks to block off where the different landscapes go. So this would be sand, and then I did the water, and then of course the sky. So that's the basic masking that I shared with you in that very first video. So if you missed that, that was the Make It Monday tutorial. So today's I'm going to share with you this fun technique where you can just put a strip of masking paper and just cut your strip however wide you want and lay it down on your white piece of paper, and then use your blending brush. I took a pool party brush and first did pool party, and then I did a little bit of the bubble bath. And then I took the stamps from the Natural Botanicals, and in the larger leaves, I stamped in Pool Party, and in the smaller ones in the Summer Splash. And then I took the flower from that set and stamped in the Bubble Bath. And I did all of that while the mask was in place. So it is really nice if you have a glass mat that you can put your white card down, secure it a little bit, and then add that mask across. Use your blending brushes, do all your stamping, and then gently peel back that masking paper, and that is what gives you this strip of white. And I stamped the happy birthday from With You in Mind in the Summer Splash and just added a little bling, and that was on a bubble bath card base. So our second card is with Highland Heather. And for this one, I created a mask. I took the masking paper, put it in the Big Shot, and used one of the dies from Country Corners. Now, if you don't want to use the masking paper, you can use printer paper, but the masking paper is nice because it sticks. So then I put it on my card front, the basic white, and then I use a blending brush to add the Highland Heather in the center of the mask. So my mask was all here, and this was open white. And so I just did all the blending. It's kind of a reverse masking, I guess. And so I did the center this time. And then I stamped, before I removed my paper, I stamped these smaller ones and this one here on the bottom so that I wouldn't have my leaves on my card. And then I gently removed the mask and I stamped these last two so that they would be going off. And then I stamped the Thinking of You with Gorgeous Grape ink. And that is kind of a reverse stamping where you're cutting the mask out of the inside instead of a full mask on the side like we've been doing. So the last one for today is, this is the Charming Day, and this is a pretty peacock with a layer of smoky slate. Now all the supplies and all the measurements will be available in a free project sheet that you can download on my website at blessedbycards.com. It has all the measurements, the supplies, and everything that you need to create these cards. So what I did was I randomly stamped these 3 flowers on my basic white, and then I cut a mask for them and I masked them, and each one of them, you can do it separately if you want, do the first mask, and then I put use the blending brush and some Pretty in Pink, and I just circulared that on top of the mask and got the surrounding ink on the cardstock. Then I moved the mask and did this one, and I did a circular here, and then I moved the mask and did a circular here. And then I took the mask off each one, and then I used the stamp from Charming Day, and I just randomly stamped all over the rest of it. So you have this little spotlighting of color. And you can do it as far out as you want. I just kind of kept them kind of centrally located in the center of my card, but you can certainly spread them out more if you want it to look more spotlight-ish. So that is all I have. I did the happy birthday from with the right words, and I stamped that in Memento Black ink, and I mounted it all up on that pretty in pink card. So that is my third and final card for today, and that is part 2 of our masking techniques. And I hope you did enjoy learning all about these new techniques. They kind of help create a whole new way of stamping. So thanks so much for watching. Join me next week for another Make It Monday tutorial. And until then, be blessed.